Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. What's up, family? Welcome. I want to say first, great Ujamaa to each and every last one of you. Oh man. Welcome to Ujamaa. We are in the week of Kuumba. And as we grow, our knowledge grow. As we build. And as we grow, guess what? The only way we grow here is if we grow. So let's get moving. Let's get it. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Thank you for the comments. I was going through some comments and I hit some of the comments that was on Umoja. And I mean, I ain't gonna say the name. They know who they are. They didn't like the fact I said that Sean Diddy Combs was a nerd and President the Great Pumpkin was a nerd. So they called me to task, and I had to think about it. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick with the Sean Diddy Combs piece, though, right? But you know, I had to go and pull back on the Donald Trump piece. I don't know exactly what he is, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I said what I said. You know, sometimes I could be wrong, right? Whatever. But hey, we're gonna move on. I want to do the haikus because, of course, I'm a day ahead. Actually, yeah, I'm a day ahead, and I was fortunate enough to go to Cedar Point. The trip was crazy, but now I know why they call it Cedar Point, right? Because when you drive to Cedar Point, there's a certain period where you cross Lake Erie. It's a thin road that crosses Lake Erie, and you really realize how small that road is, right? When you're crossing over to the point, right? Because when you're crossing over, if it's a storm coming in, you see those waves starting to rise up on that little road that connects it. Because Cedar Point, at one point in time, they didn't have a road. You used to have to take a steamboat from Sandusky to Cedar Point. But of course, they built a road there. But hey, man, I'm just letting y'all know, man. I was telling the kids, I said, we need to get across. You know, I was trying to rush them out because you could see the storm rolling in. I seen the storm rolling in. I'm like, oh, we got to get, you know, so we got to get kids. And of course, all of a sudden, right when it's time to go towards the gate, everybody thirsty. You know, I'm thirsty. I want to get my last. No. You had 8 hours to get all that. Get towards that bus. We got towards the bus, and as soon as we pulled off, the storm started coming, and we was able to get across. Of course, you know he's going to get across anyway. But hey, it was. I had a great time. I'm going to say that. I always wonder why each time I get on the roller coaster. It's always, before I get on the roller coaster, I'm hyped. When I get on a roller coaster on my way up, it's like, oh, man. And some of the rides is just, oh, my God. But anyway, if you've never been to Cedar Point, you know, check it out. So here we go. So here is the haikus that I wrote today. I wrote them this morning. Have fun with young. And now I am feeling old. Recovery time. Next, I got a roller coaster's call. And I answered. Then blank comes. Then hills come. Then I doubt my choice. Roller coasters call, and I answered. Then hills came. Then I doubt my choice. Last one, roller coasters teach as real lesson about life. Okay, roller coasters teach. That's 5. Roller coasters teach us real lesson about life. Once start, there is no stop. Last, another lesson from riding roller coasters. Always ups and downs. When we ride in roller coasters, always ups and downs. Roller coasters are can be a good metaphor for life, right? As you're moving through this time and space, right? But let's go and get into the talk for the day. So here is the official haiku. Drop the heavy greed. Let the wealth flow like a stream. Shed the weight to build. All right, so pull up a chair. Lean in close because we need to have some real unfiltered talk about the heavy baggage we've been carrying through these concrete jungles. Today, the Gye-Nyame calendar places us precisely on the day of Ujamaa, that's Cooperative Economics, wrapped inside the sacred, vibrant macro week of Kuumba. For the uninitiated, that's what? I heard y'all. It's creativity. When you fuse the green energy of Ujamaa with the fiery orange spark of green, fiery orange spark of Kuumba, you get the ultimate formula for tribal sovereignty. But before we can build up, we have to scrape off the buildup of a systematic lie we've been fed for generations. The ancestral algorithm for the day is heavy yet liberating. I delete the greed virus and install the circulation program. We live in a society that conditions us to be hyper-individualistic. We've been trained to hoard, to stack paper in isolation, and to evaluate our worth by how much we can keep away from everyone else. That is the greed virus, a predatory software script designed by the dominant culture to keep our communities fragmented. But our ancestors left us a different blueprint. The Maasai tribe dropped a timeless proverb that shelters the illusion of the isolated hustle. A bull cannot bellow in 2 places at once. Think about that, brothers and sisters. You cannot stand in the space of a collective tribal empowerment while simultaneously anchoring your soul in a narrow space of individualistic hoarding. You cannot split your spirit between the alignment of the tribe and the ego of the isolated predator. Trying to be a king of a barren hill while your neighbor starves is a split existence that tears the soul apart. To fully activate the power of Ujamaa on the day of Kuumba, we must practice via negativa, the subtractive approach to self-mastery. We don't need to do more. We need to release what is blocking our natural flow. We have to scrape off the crust of the scarcity mindset. Scarcity tells you that if your brother wins, you lose. Scarcity tells you to clamp your fist tight around your resources, but a closed fist cannot receive, nor can it build. In my book, The Player's Pyramid, which you can explore on the author's page, that's down in the description, we break down how economics is fundamentally the management of inner and outer resources. True Ujamaa starts on the inside. It requires you to cut the noise of generational trauma that whispers, there will never be enough. Shed that weight. Drop the illusion that individual accumulation equals safety. When you delete the greed virus, you clear the space to install the circulation program. Cooperative economics is not about stagnation, it's about motion. Like blood in a healthy body, wealth, resources, knowledge, and love must circulate through the tribe to keep the whole organism alive. When we use our Kuumba, our divine creative spark to create systems where our dollars circulate within our community, we create an irresistible force that no external entity can break. Let go of the false security of the solitary vault. Stand tall in your potent center. Trust the collective genius of the tribe and let the resources flow. All right. So here we go. All right. Thank you, Anime. Make sure you get your goose up in there at the map. You know where to go. It's down, a few of the movement. Become a supporter. Become one of the candle lighters, please. Let's build. Help rep the tribe and rep your principle. Get your shirt. We got the young people ready to make the shirts. And of course, join the Daily Spark Telegram group. All right. So family, I want to thank you. And I want to remind you, right, that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, home of the stubborn minority, place of your calling. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know it's a heart of simple production all day, every day. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Now, it's time for the proverb. All right, it's proverb of the day. This is from the Maasai people. I mentioned it earlier, and I told you what I think it means to me, at least in context of what we read. But I want to know what it means to you. So here we go. A bull cannot bellow in two places at once. Now, tell me, what does it mean to you? And of course, you know, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.